Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, let's discuss about the manufacturing module in Odoo 16. Manufacturing module is actually a huge module in Odoo. Here you have everything regarding manufacturing. Okay, so inside this you can create manufacturing orders, work orders, operations and so on. So you can actually see whether an operation is started, how much time it has taken, you can actually pause it, block it and so on. So let's move on to the manufacturing module and experience what are the things inside the module. So now let's get inside the manufacturing module and see how it works. So here we have the manufacturing. Okay, let's open it. And once you open it, you can see the work centers overview. Okay, so as you know, you have different work centers inside manufacturing. We have the assembly line, the drill station, and similarly we have assembly line 2. So these are different workstations, okay? Work centers which are shown in the Kanban view or the card-like view, okay? So let's see what it includes inside each of these work centers, okay? So currently we have the work center which is assembly line 1 where you have the plan orders. So I'm picking on plan orders there. So once you open it, you can see different manufacturing orders here, okay? So here you have the reference of the manufacturing order, the scheduled date, the product, the quantity, unit of measure, availability, source and state, okay? So this is what you can see inside plan orders of a particular work center, okay? Now I'm going back and then you have the 3 dots over here where you have actions as well as reporting. And also for each card, you have the settings. So first let's go to the settings there. So I'm opening the settings and here you can see the work center name and you can do further edits on that particular work center, okay? So you have the option to add a code towards this work center. You can add any tags, okay? And then if you want to add any alternative work center, okay, so corresponding to assembly line 1, I'm going to add another alternative, means I can add it here, okay? So you have the working hours, the company, and you have certain other tabs over here, where first you have the general information. So under general information, you have product information as well as the costing information, okay? So under product information, you have the time efficiency as well as the capacity and OEE target. So time efficiency is actually used to calculate the expected duration of a work order at this work center. So here, as you can see, we have an example. So if a work order takes 1 hour and the efficiency factor is 100%, then the expected duration will be 1 hour. If the efficiency factor is 200%, however, the expected duration will be 30 minutes. So this is the example which, clarifies the time efficiency. Similarly, we have the capacity, okay? So capacity is nothing but the default number of pieces that can be, produced in parallel at this work center, okay? So for example, the capacity is 5 and you need to produce 10 units, then the operation time listed on the BOM will be multiplied by 2, okay? So however, note that both time before and after production will only be counted once. So corresponding to each field, you have the examples as well. So this is OEE target, which is overall effective efficiency target in percentage. So that, percentage is all given here. Now you have the costing information, which is cost per hour, that is the hourly processing cost. And then you have the analytic account. You have to add an analytic account corresponding to the work center. And here you have an operation, whether it requires a login, okay? So if you want it to be, login required one, then you have to just check it over here. And you have the option to add description of the work center. Next, we have the specific capacities where you can add products, the UOM, and also the capacity of that product, okay? So in certain cases, you can add this product, only this much capacity is, provided or is balanced or whatever it is. And then you have the equipment. So here you have the equipment names which are there under the work center. So you have the equipment's name here, the technician, the equipment category, and you have the MTBF as well as the MTTR, okay? So you can also see the established next failure, okay? Everything is given over here. Then you have the IoT triggers. So if any device and all is connected to the IoT, and those IoT triggers devices can be added here or viewed here, okay? So that's all about the settings of the manufacturing. So that's a simple workstation over there. Okay, so similarly, we have such things inside different workstations as well. Now here you have a filter where you can see the archived workstations, and then you have group by where you can group it based on company, and also we have a favorites menu. So that's the overview section. Next you have the operations tab. So under operations you have manufacturing orders, work orders, unbilled orders and scrap. So let's go and create a manufacturing order. So this is basically a manufacturing order which is created before. So if you want to create a new one, click on the new button over here. And the first thing which you have to give is to specify the name of the product. Okay. And if you are giving a product and that product already has a bill of material, then the components added in that bill of material will be auto-occupied over here. Okay. So I am going to choose whiteboard pen. So this product doesn't have a bill of material. So let's do one thing. Before creating a manufacturing order, I'll show you how to create a bill of material. Okay. So this section we have the, okay. So here under the products, you have the bill of materials. I'm opening that. Okay. So here you can see different bill of materials which are already existing. So if you open one, you have the desk combination. So these are the components of the, product. Okay. You have the office chair black and also the corner desk left sit. So which makes the desk combination. So let's create a new one. So clicking on new, let's add a product. So I'm adding the product acoustic block screen. And if you have any product variant, that can also be added over here. Okay. And for creating one quantity of this acoustic block screen, how much components or how much quantity of components are required should be provided here. So if you want to change the quantity, you can change it from here. Okay. That's completely upon you and your need. And you can provide a reference over here. And then you have three types of BOM. Okay. One is manufacture this product, one is kit, and one is subcontracting. So you can either manufacture this product, okay, or you can, make a kit out of this product, or you can either subcontract it. Okay. So all these things can be done. And now let me add the components. So adding the components from here, I'll add screw. Then here you can specify the quantity. I'm, specifying 5 quantity. And let me add something else. So I'll add a bolt. That also I'm adding 5. Okay. And let's add one more thing. So searching for more, and I'm going to add one more thing. So here we have a stool. Let's add stool. Okay. So stool is added. That also I'm adding, let it be 2. Okay. So the product components as well as the quantity is specified over here. Now let's do one thing. Let's use this acoustic block screen into a manufacturing order. Okay. So I'm saving it. Okay. As you can see, the quantity is 552 and the components are so and so. So let's go to operations, go to manufacturing order and create a new one. So here I'm adding acoustic block screen. Okay, let's search for the product. So here we have acoustic block screen. So as you can see, when I added acoustic block screen, the bill of material corresponding to the product has come, as well as the components of the product which I've added had come. Okay. Now here I am going to manufacture 1 unit of the product. So as I mentioned in the bill of material, to create 1 unit of this product, we need this much quantity of the components. So let's see what if I double the quantity. So I'm going to make it 2. As you can see, 5 has become 10, okay, and 2 has become 4. So based on what you provide, the components count will also be differing. Okay, it differs. So that's the manufacturing order. So I'm going to confirm it from here. Now you have one more thing, which is the work orders. So you can add the work order here. That is, if you want to add an operation, you can add the operation from here. So I'm putting as joining. Okay. And you can choose the work center in which this work order or this operation should take place. So I'm putting assembly line 1. The product has come automatically and the quantity, all those things has come. Now you can add the expected duration. So I'll put 24 hours. Okay, expected duration. And the real duration will be recorded once it's started and stopped. Okay, once I start, the time will be recorded, and once I stop, that recorded time will come here in the real duration. Okay, so that's how you add an operation. Okay, let's go back. Okay, now if this operation has started, you can simply click on start over here. Okay, and if you want to pause it, pause. So as you can see, the real duration, that's the time taken till now. That is the time we've paused is 4 seconds. So that's recorded. And if you want to block it, you can block it from here. And if you want to start it again, start it from here. So as you can see, the time has been recorded here. Okay, the timer has been running. So let it run over there. Let's go to the other section, which is the miscellaneous, where you have the operation type, the components location, finished products location, the source, and the analytic account. Okay. So as you can see, the component status is currently not available because it's not yet done. Okay. Now here you have the option to validate this manufacturing order. So click on validate. Now you have the consumption warning. That is, you consumed a different quantity than expected from the following products. So please confirm it has been done on purpose. So this thing, like when it doubled, okay, you get such a consumption warning. So I'm going to confirm it. Okay, that is done. Now you have the unplan option. So if you want to unplan this manufacturing order, you can do that from here. You have the scrap option, unlock option, maintenance request, and unbuild. Okay. So if you want to unbuild this order, click on unbuild. Okay. Now how much quantity you are going to unbuild, that can be given here. So if I give 1, that will be unbuilt. Okay. So you can see unbuilds, 1 unbuilds. Now if you want to unbuild again, that is possible. Then you have the maintenance request. That is, if you want to, add a maintenance request for this particular product, you can do that from here. So you can, name the request, why you are giving such a maintenance request, that can be given. The equipment can be added. And then you have the maintenance type, whether it's a corrective maintenance or preventive maintenance. So corrective maintenance and preventive maintenance are 2 types of maintenance, okay? So where corrective is nothing but if something happens with your product and then you're giving it to fix. That is corrective maintenance. So preventive maintenance is nothing like if you give a product and they are, doing the service kind of things to prevent damage. So one is you are fixing the damage and the other one is you are preventing the damage. Okay. So that's the 2 maintenance type. Then you have the manufacturing order, the work order, description, priority, duration, schedule date, responsible team, and so on. Okay, so that's the maintenance request. You have different stages of the request here. Okay, so that's all about the manufacturing orders. So currently it's in done state. Now let's go to work orders and see what's the status. So it's finished. Okay, so once it's finished, the real duration will be shown over there. That's the manufacturing order. If you go down, you have the work orders. Okay, so let's close the status. You can see all the finished work orders over here. So work orders are the things which we see under the manufacturing order. Like we have a separate tab for work orders. So that's this work order and that work order, both are the same. So whatever the status it is, it will be shown in the screen. Okay, so that's the work orders. This place is just to, display the work orders. So you have different views like the list 1, the Kanban, calendar view. And then you have this is the calendar view. You have the pivot view and the graph view. And then you have the Gantt view. Okay. So you have different views for the work orders. Now, if you go to operations, you have unbuilt orders. So we have currently unbuilted one, right? So that one has came here. And you can see the unbuilt reference, product and all. Now, if you want to create separately from here, you can click on new. You can choose the product and you can unbuilt it from here. Okay, we've done this unbuilting order before inside the manufacturing order. So it's exactly the same. Okay, so that's the unbuilt orders. And finally, under the operations tab, we have scrap. So click on scrap. So if you want to create a scrap order, you can create it. You know what scrap is, right? So let's create a new scrap order. For that, we have to add the product over here. So I'm adding customizable desk, and you have the option to provide the quantity, the package, and so on. So I'm putting as pack 1. Now let's validate it. So as you can see, the product is not available in sufficient quantity. So I'm discarding it. Okay, so let's add a different product. So I'm adding acoustic block screen, and let's validate it. Okay, I'm confirming it. So that's how you create a scrap order. Okay, so creating scrap order is simple. That is, you can create it either from the manufacturing order or from here directly. Okay, and then you have the status, company, scrap location, source location, unit of measure, quantity, product, date, and reference. So that's the operations tab. Then you have the planning, the products, the reporting, and the configuration. So before going on to planning, let's go to products. Okay. So this is actually, product variants and all are the tabs or the option which we see inside the other modules as well. So you have the sales, purchase, and all. In each module, you have these products and, product variants and all. So these are different products. All products can be viewed here, and you have the option to create new products from here. So you can add the name of the product, you have general information, attribute variants, sales, purchase, inventory, accounting, eBay, and so on. So I'm not going in detail of creating a product because we've already done it before. So you can refer to our previous videos. So that's the product. Similarly, we also have product variants, and we've seen product variants inside the sales module. Okay, so we have done a video on that as well. You can refer it. Okay. That's the products. Now here you have bill of materials. We've already created a bill of material from here. Okay. So it can be created from here, and the pre-created ones can be viewed from here. Now you have the lot and serial number, where you can see all the lot and serial number corresponding to different products, as well as create new lot and serial number. So here you have the option to add a lot number. You can add the product here. So for which product you're adding the lot and serial number, that product can be added from here. And then you have the quantity of the product, the internal reference, the company, and all such things. And if you have any kind of description for this lot and serial number, you can provide it from here. Okay. Now here you have the location as well as the traceability of the products. Okay. So I'm discarding it. So that's the products tab. Then you have the planning. So inside the planning, you have planning by production, planning by work center, and also one more thing, which is master production schedule, which is MPS. So first, let's go to work orders, which is planning by production. So here you can see work orders planning. Okay. So you can see two different, filters has come, which is in progress, ready, waiting, or pending state. So all the work orders which are in this state will come here, and also the manufacturing order corresponding to it will come here. So currently we don't have any work orders to do because everything is finished. Okay. So if you have any work orders which is pending or which is currently not finished, okay, so those work orders will be displayed over here. So let's do one thing. Let's create a work order, and then see, it's leading us to this page itself. So I'm going to manufacturing order, and let's add a work order over here. I'm adding an operation. New operation, assembly line 1, and let's start it. Okay, so before that we have to save it and then start the button. Okay, so currently it's in progress. Now let's go and check. So planning by production, as you can see, work order planning 1 has come. Okay, so this is the work order which we created right now. Okay, and the date and all is here. So today is 1st of August. So that day has come, and you have planning by work center. So corresponding to the work center, the planning will be shown. So currently for that work center, for that work order, I've given the work center, which is assembly line 1. Okay, so that is done over here. Now let's go to the MPS section. Okay, so here we have the master production schedule. Okay, So let's open that. So once you go to the configuration settings, only if you enable the MPS, you can see this over here. So here you have different products and you have the option to replenish it as well as add a product towards the MPS. Okay, so here you have different products here, and if you want to replenish any product, you can, you have the option to replenish. So simply click on that. You have different dates and, corresponding data regarding every product is given here. So that's the MPS. Now let's go to the reporting section where you have the work orders. So reporting regarding work order can be seen here. Okay. So you have the measures, the insert in spreadsheet, different types of graphs and so on. So there's actually a video which is like explaining the reporting in manufacturing in detail. So you can refer to that video. So here you have different, kind of graphs, which are the line chart, bar chart, pie chart, and so on. And that's the work orders. So you have different views as well as the pivot, list, and the Gantt view. Okay. Similarly, we have the the manufacturing orders, the overall equipment effectiveness, and the production analysis. So the manufacturing orders is nothing but the graphical analysis of the manufacturing orders of our system. Okay. So here also you have the graph view as well as the pivot view. Okay. And you have different types of graphs such as the line chart, bar chart, and pie chart. Then you have the overall equipment effectiveness, which is the OEE. So that OEE regarding different work centers can be seen over here. And then you have the measures, the insert to spreadsheet, different graphs, and 3 types of views: graph, pivot, and list view. Okay. So you have the production analysis next. Okay, so this is the production analysis. So you can see the graphical view of production analysis, and different color refers to different products that can be viewed here. Similarly, we have the pivot view as well as the graph view inside the reporting. Okay, so that's the reporting section. And then finally, we have the configuration where you have the work centers as well as the operations. So first I'm choosing operations. So these are the different operations here. So operations are something which we already seen inside the manufacturing orders, right? So from here, you can, simply create new operations. So you can simply add the name of the operation. So I'm adding the name as new. And the duration computation, compute based on track time or set duration manually. Whatever it is, you can choose it from here. Okay. You can either set the duration manually or compute based on track time. Then you have the default duration, which is 60 minutes. Okay. Which is already, 60 hours. You can change it from here. Then you have the company, the work center, apply on variance, the bill of material, the worksheet, how the worksheet should be, either it should be in a PDF way or a Google slide or text or whatever it is. Okay, so that's the operation. Operations can be seen here. Okay. Then you have the work centers. So this is the area where you can create the work centers. So these are the 3 work centers which are there in our system. So I've already shown you the settings of the work center. So you can create one from here. So simply click on create and provide the name of the work center. You have tag the alternative work centers and so on. So which we already see, which we have already seen, because this is what we done inside the overview section. So inside the overview, when we clicked on the 3 dots, we got the settings, right? So this is the exact thing which is here. See, clicking on new. Okay, so this is both the same. And finally, we have settings. So let's open the settings, and inside settings, you have a few things, which is work orders. So only if you enable the work orders, you can, see the work orders, and also to process operations at specific work centers. Now you have work order dependencies, that is to set order that work orders should be processed. Okay. So you can, set an order how it should be processed and activate the feature which within each BOM's miscellaneous tab. And then you have the subcontracting. So this is already enabled, which is to subcontract the production of some products. Then you have the quality worksheet, buy products, timer, unlock manufacturing orders, allocation report for manufacturing orders. Then you have the MPS. That's what I said before. Once you enable MPS here only, you will get the MPS section over here. And then you have the security lead time. So just enable the security lead time. So schedule manufacturing orders earlier to avoid delays. So that was all about the manufacturing module. I hope it's clear for you. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.